Everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The Philippines signs the historic United Nations High Seas Treaty that aims to provide enhanced safeguards for oceans. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique remarked that the Philippines is, quote, proud to take this step to protect the world's oceans for the present and future generations. Manalo is currently in New York City for the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly High-Level Week. In June, UN member states agreed upon the treaty aimed at safeguarding marine biodiversity. After almost 20 years of negotiations, the agreement will create ocean sanctuaries where fishing will be prohibited. It will also ensure that human activity on the high seas is subject to environmental impact assessments. As of September 21, 67 countries signed the treaty, but it needs to be ratified on a national level before it goes into effect. China denies destroying coral reefs in the West Philippine Sea. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning urged the Philippines to stop using fabricated information to stage political stunts. This comes after reports the Philippine government is mulling filing a complaint against China over damage to corals in the Rosal Reef. Mao claimed the Philippines has no factual basis to support this. She also circled back to the grounding of BRP Sierra Madre in the Ayungin Shoal.
We urge relevant party of the Philippines to stop creating a political drama from fiction. If the Philippines truly cares about the ecological environment of the South China Sea, it should tow away the illegally grounded warship at the Renai Jiao and not let the rusting warship bring irrevocable harm to the ocean.
Two former officials of Anti-Insurgency Task Force, NTF-ELCAT, have been found guilty of red tagging. It's the agency's former spokespersons, Lorraine Badoy and retired Lieutenant General Antonio Parlade. The Office of the Ombudsman ruled the two guilty of conduct prejudicial to the best interests of the service. The administrative case stems from their statements red tagging the National Union of People's Lawyers, or NUPL. The penalty for first-time offenses like this is usually suspension lasting 6 months to a year. However, the two will only be reprimanded as a sanction. The Ombudsman, meanwhile, dismissed the same complaint against former National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon. It was ruled that his statements against NUPL were only made in defense of Parlade and Badoy. The NUPL said it has mixed reactions over the Ombudsman's ruling. The group said that while they did not achieve full legal redress, the guilty verdict can be viewed as, quote, a loud warning shot. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Vice President Sara Duterte was among the keynote speakers in the 2023 Global Education Innovation Summit in Seoul, South Korea. Duterte, who is also Education Secretary, admitted that the pandemic had a huge impact on students' learning. She said that it deprived students of social interactions that are largely developed in school settings. Still, she noted that the pandemic introduced new technologies that are aiding the education sector. Among these is artificial intelligence, which Duterte said can be used by teachers to improve their lectures. However, Duterte said that students should not rely on technology alone, noting that learning to read and study on their own are also important. Duterte also told educators to teach students to be critical of what they read.
I add, it is equally important to teach how to differentiate truthful information from the untrue, to know what contributes to a learner's development and what does not, and what will instill in them the correct values that will turn them into productive citizens of our respective countries.
PHIVOLCS detects volcanic smog or VOG anew over at Taal volcano. According to its latest advisory, the VOG was observed on Thursday and has continued to linger. VOG is composed of fine volcanic gases, including sulfur dioxide, which can be hazardous to human health. The substance is known to cause irritation to the eyes, throat, and respiratory tract. PHIVOLCS said VOG has been affecting the Taal region since the first week of September 2023. It also warned that VOG may reach Metro Manila and other areas depending on wind conditions.
Dito ang sigurado kami would be yung sa around Taal volcano and then going pa west. Kung pa northward yung hangin natin, pwede siyang umabot sa Metro Manila.
Several areas have suspended classes today due to the volcanic smog from Taal. At least 11 areas in Batangas have called off classes in all levels. Calaca, Lemery, San Nicolas, and Taal will temporarily shift to modular learning method. Classes in all levels have also been suspended in several areas in Cavite. LGUs that already issued announcements are now flashed on your screen. The list for class suspensions also includes the city of San Pedro in Laguna. In Metro Manila, classes are suspended in Las Piñas, Muntinlupa, Parañaque, and Pasay. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.